To understand software security testing, let's imagine we have a hacker, an ethical hacker. And this is because we need a tester that is well versed in the various types of software testing methodologies. And without further ado, let's start with our first type of methodology, being the static application security testing, SAST, S-A-S-T, which is also commonly known as a white box testing methodology, because the tester has access to all the application source code, bytecode, binaries, and everything else that goes along with it. And SAST testing is a critical automated component of modern DevSecOps designed to shift left by identifying security flaws early in the software development lifecycle, SDLC. And furthermore, SAST tools can scan applications from the inside out to find all their coding and design flaws. So in the analogy, imagine we take our SAST ethical tester and they are examining a clear glass box where they can see all the component wires and internal logic as well as the source code. And the clear glass box represents the inside-out approach. However, the key technical takeaway for your CISSP and CCSP exams is that while SAST tools analyze an application from the inside out, it does it in a non-running state. In other words, the code is never executed or run by the tester. It is purely internal logic and static analysis of the code and its binaries. And this is in contrast to our next type of software testing, which is known as Dynamic Application Security Testing, or DAST, D-A-S-T. And unlike SAST, DAST is a black box testing methodology that finds vulnerabilities and weaknesses in a running application, usually web apps. And DAST testing does not provide the tester with the source code or any of the underlying logic for that matter. So this is very much a blind, dynamic, interactive form of testing. But one of the key benefits of DAST testing is it can cast a spotlight onto runtime problems that static, e.g. SAST testing cannot. So in our analogy, imagine our DAST tester is looking at a dark, black glass box and cannot see inside, so the tester needs to shake it, probe it, press buttons to see how it behaves. Now, there is a hybrid form of testing in between SAST and DAST, which is known as IAST, I-A-S-T, which stands for Interactive Application Security Testing. And this is commonly known as grey box, where the tester is provided with both the white box and black box elements of the software testing methodologies. And here is a bonus CISSP and CCSP exam tip. Always remember penetration testing, e.g. pen testing, is always done by white hat hackers. Or in other words, ethical hackers. Oh yeah. Furthermore, there are some more software security testing concepts that you need to know for your CISSP and CCSP exams. The first concept is an automated process that identifies the open source software and third-party components in a code base, in addition to their relative vulnerabilities and compliance issues. And this is known as Software Composition Analysis, SCA. And here is another bonus CISSP and CCSP exam tip. You may hear the term synthetic transactions. You can think of these as test transactions that serve no business value other than to exercise the system programming and infrastructure, e.g. testing. And another important concept is known as the Rules of Engagement, ROE. And it is important to establish the rules of engagement before the start of any security test, which essentially defines the rules, the guidelines and constraints, and even the approvals around all the elements of the testing that is to be conducted. If you found this video informative and enjoyable, it would be awesome if you could leave a like and subscribe if not already to help support this new channel's growth, as I am a small content creator and every single like and subscribe really does help push this channel further and further up the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed the content as much as I enjoyed creating it. If you would like to see more content like this, it would be super fantastic if you could leave a like and subscribe to help support this channel's growth.